Shalom, my brothers and sisters. Shalom, and welcome to Less Than 10 Minutes. Words to Yashar'al, Nation of Believers. My name is Symmanayah, and today is July 29th, 2013. If you're tuning in for the first time, I consider Yashar'al, Nation of Believers, are those who seek to worship and obey Almighty Yahuah and accept Yahusha as Mashiach and Messiah. As Mashiach as Messiah. This consists of Hebrews and Goyim, or Abri and Gentiles, other nations. Again, those who seek to worship and obey Almighty Yahuah and accept Yahusha as Mashiach, as our Messiah. And you may notice that in the picture of this recording, I've made a change. And that change basically says, lift up Yahusha, our Mashiach, Messiah, in our obedience and worship. Many of us don't realize that if we lift him up, it is he who will draw all men. It is he, our Messiah. So how do we lift him up? Again, it's by our obedience and worship. In this segment of less than 10 minutes, in addition to that change from seeds, water, and increase, I titled this, The Esteem of Almighty Yahuah. Give credit to where credit is due. Again, the esteem of Almighty Yahuah. Give credit to where credit is due. With that said, let's begin. Does the Most High dwell in us? 2 Corinthians 6:16 reads as follows. In what union has the dwelling place of Alahym with idols? For you are a dwelling place of the living Alahym. As Alahym has said, I shall dwell in them and walk among them, and I shall be their Alahym, and they shall be my people. Ephesians 3:17 reads as follows. That the Messiah might dwell in your hearts through belief, having become rooted and grounded in love. I ask another question. Who are we giving credit to? Let me read a series of verses. 1 Chronicles 16:24 reads, Declare his esteem among the nations, his wonders among all peoples. Isaiah 40 verse 5 reads, And the esteem of Yahuah shall be revealed, and all flesh together shall see it, for the mouth of Yahuah has spoken. Isaiah 42:8 reads, I am Yahuah, that is my name and my esteem. I do not give to another, nor my praise to idols. Isaiah 42:12 reads, Let them give esteem to Yahuah and declare his praise in the coastlands. Isaiah 43:7 reads, All those who are called by my name, whom I have created, formed, and even made for my esteem. Habakkuk 2:14 reads as follows, For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the esteem of Yahuah, as the waters cover the sea. Moving on, Malachi chapter 2 verse 2. If you do not hear, and if you do not take it to heart to give esteem to my name, said Yahuah of hosts, I shall send a curse upon you, and I shall curse your blessings, and indeed I have cursed them because you do not take it to heart. That was Malachi chapter 2 verse 2. Romans 1:21 read, Because although they knew Alahym, they did not esteem him as Alahym, nor gave thanks, but became vain in their reasonings, and their undiscerning heart was darkened. That was Romans 1:21. Romans 16:27 reads, To Alahym, wise alone, be the esteem through Yahusha Messiah forever. Amen. 2 Corinthians 3:18 reads, And we all, with unveiled face, we see as in a mirror the esteem of Yahuah, are being transformed into the same likeness, from esteem to esteem, as from Yahuah the Spirit. Philippians 2:11 reads, "And every tongue should confess that Yahushua Messiah is Master, to the esteem of Alahym the Father." One more verse. Hebrews 5:4, "And no one obtains this esteem for himself, but he who is called by Alahym, even as Aharon also was." My brothers and sisters, it would be wise for us to study fervently and pray earnestly to increase in worship and obedience to the Most High Yahuah. It would be only prudent for us to come to know the voice of the Spirit of Yahushua and follow his living instructions and guidance. Let us come to realize the true meaning of discernment and begin to give credit to whom credit is due. Let us begin to identify the spiritual union we have with the Most High Father, made possible by Yahushua our Mashiach, Messiah, and testify, speak righteously of his presence and his doings. If we walk in obedience to the righteousness of the Almighty Father, our witness of his wonderful works will come to be true, at least to those who are able to hear and or see his actions. My brothers and sisters, the times of stating, "I should have followed my first mind," and or "something told me," along with similar mislabeling must end. Let us seek to discern the influence that enter into these tabernacles, our bodies, and execute righteous responses, whether it leads to action or to us just remaining still. Let us come away from saying, "I should have followed my first mind," or "something told me." Let us pray that we are able to discern whether it is the influence of the Most High, the living instruction and guidance from the Spirit of Yahushua, or an influence from the enemy. Who will you identify going forward? Who or what will you give credit, esteem to regarding your journey? Let us not attempt to be thieves, individuals who attempt to steal credit and or esteem from the originator of righteousness. It would be wise to begin reflecting the clarity of our structure as earthen vessel with a treasure beyond our imagination. This treasure is our spirit and our restored union with the Spirit of the Most High Father, Yahuah, made possible by Yahushua, our Mashiach, our Messiah. Let us begin to call it as we see it, righteously, my brothers. Let me say that again. Let us begin to call it as we see it, righteously. My brothers and sisters, let us study and pray more, and earnestly seek to exercise true discernment going forward. Be encouraged, my brothers and sisters. The shaping of the true worshippers of the Most High Father Yahuah through his living instructions and guidance provided by Yahushua our Mashiach, our Messiah, is emerging. Pray and watch. Pray some more. Study. Remember, the Almighty Father will prove our hearts and bring all his promises to fruition, to reality. Let us give all credit and esteem to the Almighty Father that reflects his righteousness. Let us lift up Yahushua by our obedience to him. Until next time, my brothers and sisters, shalom, shalom, shalom. May the esteem of the Almighty Yahuah be magnified. Give credit to where credit is due. Shalom, shalom, shalom.